Hello and welcome to my review for the Manfrotto 128RC microfluid head and the Manfrotto MT294A3 aluminum tripod. Oh god, they gotta get easier names to say. First off, if you're wondering if the combo is capable of supporting your camera, yes, it very likely will. The head supports just over 3.6 kilograms and the tripod supports up to 5 kilograms. I've had the combo for about a month now. I've been able to test it out plenty. I paid about $200 for it, and I have to say I don't regret the purchase one bit. Okay, now let's get into the details. The head pans nice both ways, as you would expect from a Manfrotto fluid head. You can lock either the pan or the tilt to prevent unintentional tilts while shooting. It feels solid and has lots of neat features. It weighs about 1 kilo by itself and is made out of a mixture of plastic and metal. Now, there's only two things that I don't like about this head. The first is that it's a two-way head, not a three-way head, so you can't flip it so that you can shoot sideways. And also there's no level attached to the head, so you have to use an external level or you have to rely on yourself to make sure you're getting a level shot. Both the tripod and the head use a 3/8 thread instead of a 1/4 inch as a lot of tripods do, so keep that in mind if you intended to use it alongside other pieces of equipment that you own. It has a quick release plate, but you have to pay attention when you're connecting the camera to the plate. There's markings on the bottom that tell you how to connect it properly. It has a lock to make sure that the plate doesn't come out by accident while you're shooting. I don't use it, so luckily for me it can also be disabled. Unlocking two mechanisms to get the plate out can be a little bit annoying. The handlebar is nice and long and it's fastened very securely to the head, and if you're interested you can actually swap it out and get a shorter or a longer one, whatever you're interested in. Just make sure that it's the same circumference. The bottom of the head has a wave pattern that can be used in conjunction with screws on the base of the tripod to give you a very secure head that won't accidentally come loose when you tighten the tension on your pans. This is a very handy feature to have. Okay, now let's move on to the tripod. This one's also packed with great features. Two of the legs have some foam on them, so if you end up moving your tripod between shoots in the freezing cold, your hands won't freeze to the tripod. The center column is reversible if you remove the rubber cap on the bottom. The holes in the column can even be used to slip in some string if you want to try to hold up some weights with that, just for little added stability. If you flip the locks on the top of the legs, you can shoot from very low angles, as low as 40 centimeters off the ground. And the rubber tips for the legs hold the tripod firmly in place if you're shooting from regular or low angles. Now, I'll note that it did come with a tool to help you adjust the tension for the locks on the legs, but in the month that I've had it, I've lost that, so that's something for Manfrotto to think about. There might be a better place to put that. It attached onto the leg, but within the first week or two, it went missing, and I don't think I'm going to find it again. Now, as I've mentioned, this is a very versatile tripod when it comes to shooting at either high or low angles. The maximum shooting height for this is 1.6 meters, which is pretty high, and as I previously mentioned, it can go as low as 40 centimeters when you pull out the legs. It weighs just under 2 kilos without the head. It's also got a rubber bumper that's supposed to help absorb impact if something hits the tripod. I'm not sure how well that works, but it's there, so I'll mention it. Alright, that's the end of the review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to, you can check out some of my other videos. Like I said, I don't regret this purchase. If you're looking for a new head or a new tripod, maybe a combination of both, definitely check these out. Try them out in store and see if it's right for you. Okay, you guys have yourselves a good one, and as always, be good to each other.